At the 2023 Racers Grand Prix in Kingston, Jamaica, we got a front row seat to some incredible sprinting action on this tiny island in the Caribbean. From Van Niekerk running the men's 400 like a boss, to Noah Lyles once again dipping under 20 seconds for the 200 meters, to Christian Coleman again running a very impressive 100-meter dash, we saw many world-class athletes perform extremely well. However, if we head over to the women's 100 meters, we saw something quite interesting. For this 100-meter dash, we saw the 2022 world champion in the 200 meters, Shericka Jackson, absolutely crush the field in this 100 meters. With a finishing time of 10.78 seconds, she took this field down by a very big margin, and it really showcases just how fast she's getting right now, because at the moment, she is one of only 2 athletes in the world that has broken 22 seconds for the 200 and also broken 11 seconds for the 100 meters. However, she also has gone under 10.8, which makes her the only female athlete in the world to go sub 20 and sub 10.8. Jackson's abilities are just otherworldly when she's running at her best. She has incredible top-end speed, her drive phase is getting better and better. However, for this race in Kingston, I wanted to focus in on one specific part of this race that really impressed me, and that was her start. Take a look at Jackson as she gets off the blocks like a rocket in this women's 100. Already by the 10-meter mark, she pretty much had a full step on the entire field, which is saying something because she was not running against amateur athletes here. She was running against a world-class field. So to do this against such a talented group is a very impressive start that I have never seen Shericka Jackson do before. This time places Jackson only 2 100ths behind the world-leading time of Sha'Carri Richardson. However, most people would agree that Jackson's primary distance is the 200 meters, and considering that she is ranked number 2 all-time in this event, now only behind Florence Griffith-Joyner's world record of 23.34, it seems like a pretty safe bet to say that Jackson, once again, will be putting most of her energy into the 200 meters for 2023. Now, she certainly has the ability to run very fast in the 100. In fact, she's already proven herself as an Olympic and World Championship medalist. But in terms of record-breaking performances, the 200 meters is really next level when it comes to Shericka Jackson. Last year in the World Championships, Jackson separated from the entire field over the final 200 meters, in a very similar fashion to Noah Lyles. However, she also had a very impressive opening 100. It's just that Florence Griffith-Joyner's 200 world record has a closing 100 meters of 10.16 seconds, which is something that nobody else has ever really even gotten close to in women's sprinting. If Jackson can get a good start, a good drive phase, and somehow get a little bit more top-end speed maintenance, we could definitely see something historic in 2023 from Shericka Jackson. And to have already broken 10.8 and to have run a sub-22 second 200 at this point in the season really speaks volumes about Jackson's abilities. And if we go back to her 2022 season, she still had not broken 22 seconds by this point in June last year. However, by June 26th, she ran a 21.55, again in Kingston, Jamaica. And it was really at that point where we saw Jackson reach historic fitness, the likes of which we have only ever seen in one other athlete. If there's one thing that Jackson does extremely well, it's time her seasons to perform at her best during the biggest moments of the year. From June 26th to July 21st of last year, she went from a 21.55 to a 21.45, which of course was the gold medal winning performance in the World Championships. In fact, it's also quite noteworthy to mention, she ran a 21.67 in the semifinals of last year's World Championships, so running under 21.8 becomes easier and easier for Jackson when she's hitting her top fitness. For the next month or two, I expect Shericka Jackson to be running some very fast times, potentially running under sub 10.8 consistently in the 100 and sub 21.8 consistently in the 200 meters. She really is that fast. But the big question that a lot of people around the world are currently asking is, can Shericka Jackson be the performer to break the world record of Florence Griffith-Joyner in the 200 meters? At 21.34, this world record of Florence has stood since 1988. And just like her 100-meter world record, it has pretty much gone unchallenged except for Jamaican athletes. The only athletes that have really ever approached Florence Griffith-Joyner are both Shericka Jackson and Elaine Thompson-Herah, who both represent Jamaica. And even though these times still stand strong from FloJo, it is possible given the perfect race from these Jamaican sprinters. With this incredible 100-meter dash in Kingston, I fully see Shericka Jackson reaching her top fitness right now. It's just at the beginning stages, but keep your eyes on this athlete for the next month or two, because she is always a very dangerous runner when she hits the track. And now I'll pass this final question off to you. How fast do you think Shericka Jackson will run this season? How fast do you think she'll run in the 100 meters? How fast do you think she'll run in the 200 meters? And do you think she can attack the world record of Florence Griffith Joyner that has now stood for close to 35 years? Leave your thoughts in the comment section down below. Thanks for watching, everyone. And as always, until next time.